growing up, I wasn't raised praying much until I was about 13, so I was a bit resistant. And I remember being forced to learn how to say the Hail Mary, Our Father, and the Glory Be. But now I praise God that I've learned those. And sometimes you do have to put a little bit of effort into it. How to pray. You do need to memorize a few prayers, because if you're saying you're always going to be spontaneously praying, you get lost. You need to also create an environment, because it does something to us. When we look around and we see the image of God, we're constantly reminded of Him. I know I entered the religious life personally because I would have my whole life punctuated with prayer. There was a secret that I discovered as a brother, and that is not just this big chunks of time in prayer, but punctuating your day as if you're in a relationship with God. Prayer is really that. It's this spontaneous movements towards God throughout my day. Sometimes it's hard to remember though, so I would recommend doing stuff like setting your alarm. I started doing that in India. It's really nice, because even if I was with someone, I stop inside of my own heart, maybe sometimes close my eyes and tell the Lord I love Him. Sometimes if I can't, I'll continue talking. I'll just think in my heart, I love you, Lord. But I need those concrete reminders, as I'm sure you do. If I was to say, I'm going to tell God I love Him all day long, I'll forget, because I get so into my work or so into doing this or that. About that same time period in my life, my mom and dad, in their coming to the Lord, they started going to daily Mass. And it was amazing, actually. It changed their life and their marriage. If you really love someone, you make time for them. And if you want to have a relationship with someone, you have to make a lot of time with them. Arriving, with all these things in your mind that are going on, the things you have to do, and then putting those things at His feet and saying, I love you, Lord. Help me to be ready. Nothing is more important than setting aside a good amount of time. Like, for example, the moment you wake up and the moment you go to sleep. Those moments are great. All prayer, no matter what it is and where it is, are rooted in 4 basic acts: the act of faith, the act of adoration, the act of hope, and the act of love. And so, root your prayer in that. If you don't know what to say to God, you can always say, I believe. And if you don't know because you're struggling and you're tempted, you could say, I hope. I hope. Or you could say, I love you. You could say, I adore you. It changed my parents' marriage, changed my life, and it's still changing my life. How to pray. If you want to learn how to pray, you have to start praying.